So let's talk New Year's 2020. And man, what a year. 2020 was no doubt the wildest year of my life. And I'm sure I can say the same for you if you're any age under like 60. This year was unprecedented in many ways, including one that you're probably not thinking about. And it's probably something that you watched a lot of. 2020 was the year for creators. Whether you make skits, you make music, you make videos, whatever you make, 2020 was the year for creators. But, social media wasn't necessarily the only thing that changed a lot. But 2020 also changed the way we dress, the way we wash our hands, the way we sit, the way we eat, the way we have meetings, the way we play sports, the way we talk to each other, everything. But you know what else changed? We did. We adapted, we grew, and we learned how to cope. Everyone was so busy before and it seemed like it was always just go, go, go. But this year was different. This year, we kind of had the option to just chill. And while COVID-19 has kept most people inside, they have responded by posting record numbers of internet consumption. Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, and many other social media platforms have posted record-breaking metrics. People were responsible for more than 100 billion views of gaming content on YouTube, doubled compared to 2018. YouTube says they now have over 40 million active gaming channels, 80,000 channels have 100,000 subscribers, 1,000 channels broke 5 million subscribers, and 350 channels broke 10 million subscribers. But there's another platform I kind of want to talk about, and whether you love it or hate it, TikTok has blown up all over the world. It was released in 2016, and it took 3 years to reach 1 billion users, which took place in 2019. Just 8 months later, it doubled again to 2 billion users. TikTok currently has 800 million active users worldwide, and 41% of those users are between the ages of 16 and 24. In just 18 months, the number of adult users grew from 2.6 million to 14.3 million as of March 2019. 9 out of 10 use the app daily, and more than 1 billion videos are viewed every day in the past year. But let's talk about some Earth records. The waters in Venice were clear for the first time in 60 years, and there were even reports of dolphins appearing in the water. Carbon emissions fell by a record 7%, and China, Japan, and South Korea are all committed to be net zero emissions by 2050. Companies like Apple and Walmart are going to be net zero by 2040, and Joe Biden said he has a $2 trillion environmental plan in place. Speaking of Joe Biden, a record number of Americans turned out to vote in 2020, with Joe Biden getting elected and the states electing the first black female vice president. We masked up and did our best to help prevent the spread of COVID-19, and while I do think we could have done better, can you imagine if we didn't wear masks to help the spread? I think the numbers would have definitely been more than doubled. And while everyone is so focused on the bad things that happened this year, I think we should focus on the good things as well. And that's not to undermine the bad things in any way that are happening. Bad things should still get talked about for sure. But, this year I feel like it was so focused on bad things, and I feel like there was no good news that got out. Speaking of good news, here's some good news. And as always, thanks for watching.
One good thing I guess you can say that happened to me this year was...
Can't do this. I'm a person in front of the screen like you.
One good thing that happened to me this year, man, I lost like 8 pounds. Like, you remember me last Christmas. Yeah, I was a pretty big boy. I was maybe like 260 then. I'm like 200 pounds now.
Streaming. I finally got to streaming. I've always wanted to stream.
Made lifelong friends through work.
I got to really appreciate and have the time to enjoy my work-life balance. Because before, we live in Toronto, right? And then I had to travel an hour, sometimes an hour and a half to work in Mississauga. And then coming home, it was another long commute. And so because of that, it was just really long days. And coming home, you're just tired. You just want to have dinner and relax. So working from home this year, it was kind of like a blessing in disguise for me to still be able to work and do what I like.
would say that I went on vacation earlier this year because I've never really been on one. So it was nice to get away from work, you know?
Like, it was tough getting around to it because of all the things that I had going on. But I guess you can say, like, thanks to COVID, yeah, it's not something that I should thank, but it gave me the push to actually go and start streaming, because it pretty much put me at home and allowed me to, like, I guess, build the PC, right? It all came together. I ended up building a PC. I ended up doing, getting stuff for streaming.
The one thing I missed,
like, I used to have sports almost every day.
Being able to freely go out, because now I'm always like, okay, I need to have a mask, I need to have a sanitizer. Don't touch as much stuff, you know, because not only do I want to catch something and pass it on, like, I don't want to be someone who passes it on to something for someone who could potentially touch something.
For me, it would be climbing and doing jiu-jitsu, right? Like, that's a big thing in my life, huge thing in my life. Jiu-jitsu keeps me sane.
the most I would say is probably movies, man. There's so many good movies that are gonna come out this year too, like the new James Bond. I was so hyped to see it.
I guess the freedom to do stuff, right? Like, because we live in a first world country and we have access to this, that. You know, we can't go to the movies, or we can't go to the gym, or we can go to the mall, this and that. And, like, COVID kind of just took all that away all at once. So it's like, oh shit.
One thing I can say that I'm thankful for.
Damn, that's a hard one. What am I thankful for this year, man?
Is
It's funny it is because it's Sophia, my girlfriend. I'm extremely thankful for her because she's been my rock through this entire time.
that my family, my friends weren't as heavily impacted by COVID as like other people out there have been.
I'm definitely thankful for this new profound sense of time, what I wouldn't have had before. Like, I'm getting to spend a lot more time with my family and with you, which is something that, like, if I was working every day and everyone's always so busy and on the go, it was really nice.
And not having that buffer of like the busy life. That excuse is gone now because of COVID. Now just spending more time with her, learning who she is again in a way, that's something that I'm extremely thankful for.
To be able to spend time with everyone and just enjoy the presence that we have.
Definitely the gym. Yeah, because I just started getting into a good habit of going, and then I shut it down.
So that's something I'm very thankful for. I'm still here seeing my family, I'm still, like, for me, my life is still normal.
Honestly, I would say just having like a solid friends group, man. Like, just people that like just get you,
Yeah.
Especially like time gets hard. You kind of appreciate having people that just get you judgment free. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, it was all just taken away. So definitely like an appreciation for being able to go and do all those things freely.